We'll start now. Om Vakratundamakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddher Bhavatu Me Sada Gurave Sarvalokanam Vishade Bhavaroginam Nidaye Sarva Vidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Ishvaro Gururabheti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavatyapta Devaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kantachanuramardhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavad Padam Shankaram Lokashankaram Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sakshat Kritam Dayanandam Paramarthasvarupinam Tattvajnana Prashastaram Pranatosmi Param Padam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanti 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 Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrtavashinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvavanusandathami Bhagavat Gite Bhavadveshini. From the next class, we will add some more Dhyana Shlaka. So by this time, this Dhyana Shlaka you would have memorized. So I will add some more Dhyana Shlaka so that when we start the first chapter, we will be knowing all the Dhyana Shlaka of the Gita. Just give me a minute to join now. Okay. We were discussing Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti, which means the fourfold spiritual wealth in the context of Adhikari. Adhikari means the qualified person for pursuing Vedanta. So in that we have seen the first two qualifications, Shama and Dama. And the third qualification is Shamadhi Shatkam, third qualification itself has 6 qualities in it. Shamadhi, Shamadhamma, Ityadi. So in that we have seen Shama and Dhamma. In the previous classes we have seen that. And today we will take up the third qualification in the Samadhi Shatkam, which is Uparatihi, otherwise called Uparamaha. So Uparamaha, and after that Titiksha, Shraddha, Samadhanam. Though we have seen these qualifications in detail with the definition in Tattvabodha, it is better to know this because Adhikari is very important for understanding the Shastram. Therefore, we are looking at these disciplines again, if not in great detail, but at least to some extent, so that we can reinforce what we have seen before and also develop those qualities which will be the cause for the Jnana Phalam, fructification of the Jnana Phalam. Therefore, taking into consideration that we are looking at Sadhana Chaturashaya Sampatti. Shastram being what it is, Shastram being a Pramana, and when you are exposed to Pramana, Shastram will give you knowledge. There is no samshaya in it. If at all the Shastram, if you feel the Shastram doesn't give you the knowledge, doesn't give you moksha, knowledge is moksha, doesn't give you moksha, it is because of certain lack in us. So therefore, that we have to see. That the lack can be fulfilled only by making ourselves fit for the reception of knowledge. That's why we are discussing Sadhana Chaturashaya Sampatti. So whenever we see the Pramanam doesn't work, we have to look at ourselves and correct and move further. So that is the idea. And now we are looking at the third qualification of the Samadhi Shatkam, which is Uparatihi, otherwise called Uparamaha. Uparamaha. What is Uparamaha? Uparamaha literally means withdrawal, pulling yourself back, or back to yourself. That is Uparamaha. And withdrawal from what? You ask. Since our pursuit is Jnanam and therefore Moksha, withdrawal means withdrawal from that is not conducive to the pursuit. That is Uparamaha. And sannyasi also does the same thing. What does a sannyasi do when he takes up sannyasa? He gives up many activities. That too by doing a ritual. Ritualistic giving up of karma is called sannyasa. So before taking sannyasa, the person as a Vaidika, he would have performed all the Vaidika karmas. Whatever karma is supposed to do according to the Shastram, according to the Varna and the Ashrama, the person would have been doing that. But when he takes up the sannyasa, all the Vaidika karmas, what he was doing, that also he gives up ritually. So that is sannyasa. Why does he give up? Because now he has taken up the pursuit of jnana. Therefore, those karma which he was doing is not going to help him in the pursuit of jnana. Therefore, he has to give up. That is called withdrawal. Withdrawal from those activities which are not conducive to the pursuit of jnanam and therefore moksha, that is called sannyasa. And therefore, Uparamaha can also mean sannyasa. Another meaning what we can give to Uparamaha is sannyasa. And when we hear sannyasa, then we are a bit afraid. Should we take up sannyasa? No. That is the idea. We don't have to take up sannyasa. But we can develop the attitude of a sannyasi. That is possible. Without taking up sannyasa, having the attitude of a sannyasi is possible. And everyone need not take sannyasa also. Without taking sannyasa, everyone can be a sannyasi by cultivating the attitude of a sannyasi. And therefore, we need not give up our karma, what our Grihastha demands. Whatever we are supposed to do as part of the Grihastha, that we must do. But do we do only those karma which Grihastha demands? No, we are doing a lot of karma which, in fact, the Grihastha doesn't demand. If you list out all those activities, you will find many activities which we are not supposed to do. But still we do. And that those activities take time and take our energy, take our whole being into it. We have to identify those activities. We have to study ourselves, identify those activities, and give up those activities. You have to study and go into the Shastra. And you have more time for attending many classes. Therefore, that is what is withdrawal is. Withdrawal from those activities which will not help you in the pursuit of jnanam and therefore moksha, because jnanam alone leads to moksha. Jnanam alone is moksha. Therefore, giving up those activities so that you will have enough space, enough time for yourself. That is called uparamaha, otherwise called uparatihi. Another definition also is there. Swadharma anushtanam. That is also a definition for uparamaha. Doing one's own duties, doing one's own karma. According to your varna and ashrama, whatever dharma is a duty. Here the word dharma means duty. Whatever duty you are supposed to do, your duty, one's own duty, swadharma, that one must do. So if you do only your duty, what you are supposed to do, then you will not have time for doing those activities which you are not supposed to do. That is also uparama, another definition for uparama. So the point is, nobody can really give up all the karma. You can restrain yourself doing those activities which your varnashrama demands, and that those activities can be converted conveniently to your pursuit. That will take towards the pursuit what you want. So that is swadharma anushtanam. Our shastram, in general, it says there are 5 types of karma which we have to do. As a Vaidika, as a follower of Vaidika karma, there are 5 types of karma which one is supposed to do. What are those karma? Nitya karma, Naimittika karma, Kamya karma, Prayaschitta karma, and Nishiddha karma. So Shastram classifies karma into these 5 types. Nitya, Naimittika, Kamya, Prayaschitta, Nishiddhani, Karmani. And what is Nitya karma? We will take one by one and see what it is. Nitya karma. Nitya karma is the karmas which one has to do nityam, daily. Nityam means daily karma which one has to do. Nitya karma are those karma which one has to do on an everyday basis. Like Sandhya Vandanadi karma. The person should do Sandhya Vandanam regularly. Or puja, everyday puja, the person, everyday puja a person is supposed to do. And if a person is doing Agnihotra karma, that is also Nitya karma. Agnihotra karma is a karma which is done every day. So it shows So these are the Nitya Karmas. There is no choice for Nitya Karma. You have to do the Nitya Karmas, daily duties. And also, as the role you play, say as a father, as a mother, certain karmas you are supposed to do daily, taking care of your children and other things. That is also Nitya Karma. That from the standpoint of Laukika, not Vedika. Those are also Nitya Karma. And Naimittika Karmas. Naimittika Karmas are those karma which are performed occasionally. Like Shraddha Karma, Pitra Shraddham, what we do. That once in a year, Pitra Shraddham, or Amavasya Tarpanam, that once in a month, on the Amavasya day you do. So that is Naimittika Karma. And also, Laukika Naimittika Karma also we have certain karmas which we do occasionally. So those are Naimittika Karma. And Kamya Karma. Kamya Karma, the word Kamya, that itself shows those karmas which are performed for fulfilling certain desires. Ichcha Purtyartham Kamya Karma. All desires, a lot of desires are there. Both Laukika is there, Alaukika is there. Alaukika means going to Swarga, that is also a desire. And a lot of Laukika desires are there. And say for example, the person wants a son. So he does Putra Yajna. And the person wants to go to Swarga. So he does a Vedika Karma, Jyotish Karma. So a lot of karmas which are fulfilling certain desires are prescribed by the Shastra. Shastra itself prescribes. Those are Kamya Karma. And another karma is Prayaschitta Karma. The karma which are done for correcting your mistakes. I have done some karma which has really harmed the other person or which is not favor of me. So to counteract that, I do karma which will nullify that. So those are Prayaschitta Karma, or otherwise called expiation of our papam. So those karmas are Prayaschitta Karma. That is another type of karma. And the fifth karma is Nishiddha Karma. Nishiddha means don'ts. The karmas which are strictly prohibited. Strictly prohibited, one must not do. So it doesn't mean that karma should be done. Shastram itself lists out karma which one should not do. That is to give the knowledge, these karmas one must not do. So those karmas are Nishiddha Karma. So these are the 5 types of the karma. And these karmas can be looked upon from the, as I told, from the Vedika standpoint or from the Laukika standpoint. From the perspective of the person who follows all the Vedic rituals, or from the perspective of persons who are in the Laukika transaction, the transaction world, the Laukika world. So these are the 5 types of karma. All the activities can be put into this one of these 5 karmas, what we do. So among these 5 types of karmas, what we must know is, we should have the knowledge that which karma will be conducive for my spiritual growth. Which karma will take me forward to the pursuit of jnana. And which karma will be against my spiritual growth. Which karma will be an obstacle in my pursuit. So we have to identify those karmas. And if you identify the karmas which really takes you forward in your spiritual pursuit, they are Nitya and Naimittika Karma. And therefore, Nitya Naimittika Karma should be performed without any excuse. One must not avoid Nitya Naimittika Karma. We are not talking about Uparama, that is withdrawal from Nitya Naimittika Karma. Nitya Naimittika Karma must be performed. Sannyasi will have some karma, Nitya Naimittika Karma. If not the Vedika Karma, but certain karmas which he is supposed to do. Being in this Jagat, in the world, and he also does a lot of transaction. Therefore, he also must do some Nitya Nimitti Karma. Or what he can do is he can reduce that to a great extent. That is possible. But one cannot avoid the karma. So we are not talking about Uparama, Nitya Nimitta Karma. So what we are saying is we can avoid or reduce Kamya Karma or Prayasita Karma and Nishiddha Karma. Nishiddha Karma one must totally avoid. Whereas you can reduce Kamya Karma, and when Kamya Karma, Nishiddha Karma is reduced, and therefore naturally Prayasita Karma also will come down. And Nishiddha Karma, there is no doubt about it, it must be avoided, one must not do. And Kamya Karma, you can reduce. If you cannot avoid Kamya Karma, because certain desires have to be fulfilled. In certain desires, you can think and you can see the consequence of it and give up. But certain desires that you, in spite of thinking, you want to fulfill it. So those karma, those karmic karmas, you can reduce it. Karmic karmas are for your material growth. Material growth is important, but you can reduce that so that you will not fail to do Nitya Nimitta Karma. Your focus will be on doing Nitya Nimitta Karma, and that will take you forward. So focusing on that, reducing Karmic Karma, that is Uparama. Therefore, the very definition of Uparama is Swadharma Anushtanam, doing one's own duties. And for that, doing one's own duty, if you take that translation, so you can understand even if Uparama is translated as sannyasi. You don't have to be a sannyasi for doing duties. As a Grihastha, you can avoid the last three types of karma, that is Kamya Karma, Prayasita Karma, Nishiddha Karma, and increase the first two types of karma. That will be conducive for your spiritual growth. So this is Uparamaha. And another important secret behind any karma what you do, the secret behind the karma is any activity you as a part of your duty, you do it with the attitude of Ishvararpana Buddhi. You offer your activities to Ishvara. How do you offer? By doing activities which you are supposed to do. By doing it, you conform to the order of Ishvara. You are in harmony with the order of Ishvara. You don't violate the order of Ishvara. You understand the importance of doing certain activity, and doing it will keep you in harmony with the order of Ishvara. That is Ishvararpana Buddhi. With that Buddhi, with that attitude, the karma is to be done. And if you do that, then you will have time for yourself. You will have a lot of time and space for yourself. Most of the time, why we find lack of time and the space is because we find ourselves in a situation because of our active karma, which we have done, which we are not supposed to do. So most of the time, we find in solving the problem because of our action. That action could have been avoided. So that is what Uparama means. So Uparama is now from the standpoint of the karma, it is defined as Swadharma Anushtana, doing one's own duty, not avoiding or not taking up the karma which are not yours. So doing what is to be done, that is Uparama. Why do we say that? Because generally we have a tendency to omit those karma which we are supposed to do. Generally we do that. Not only that, we do karma which we are not supposed to do. That is our general tendency. I do something which I need not do, and later I complain I don't have time. That is the tendency everybody has. So when you don't do what you are supposed to do, then naturally what you will do what you are not supposed to do. Therefore, Uparama, it says, Swadharmanishtanam, do what you have to do and withdraw from that activities which are not yours. Don't withdraw from those activities which you are supposed to do. It doesn't say withdraw from activities which you are supposed to do. Don't withdraw from those activities which you are supposed to do. Because doing what is to be done, it is Swadharma Anushtanam. What is to be done at a particular time and at a particular place, it is to be done. We should not abuse our freedom by doing what is not to be done. And that is what Uparama means. And when you follow this, you will find sooner or later that all your likes and dislikes, raga and dvesha. Sanskrit word for likes and dislikes is raga and dvesha. The raga and dvesha will slowly come under your control. Before that, raga dvesha was managing you. Now you will find that raga dvesha will not manage you. You will well manage raga dvesha. So that is the indication that you are Uparama. When raga dvesha subserve your action, then you have Uparama. When raga dvesha is within your range of management, then you will automatically do what is to be done. And you will not do what is not to be done. You will do what is kartavyam, to be done. And you will drop akartavyam karma, what is not to be done. So that is Uparama. If you are under the sway of raga dvesha, what will happen? You will not do what is to be done, and you will be doing what is not to be done. And what is the result of that? There will be a lot of conflicts, worry, anxiety, everything will be there. When raga dvesha comes under your scope of management, then naturally you will do what is to be done. Even if it is not pleasant, you will do. Not only that, you will not do what is not to be done, even if it is pleasant. So, the raga dvesha is now under your management, and when you follow this, then naturally you will enjoy peace of mind. Shama. And in this Shamadhi Shatkam, have you observed why Uparama is mentioned after Shama? Shama, we have seen. Shama means mental composure, the mental poise, peace of mind. And maintenance of Shama, that mental composure, by doing what is to be done and avoiding what is not to be done, that is Uparama. It comes later. So, first Shama and then Uparama. Shama is the mental composure, that peace of mind. And how to maintain that? Uparama. By Uparama, the Shama is maintained. So this is about Uparama, otherwise called Uparati. This discussion on Uparama, I think it is sufficient because we have seen enough in the other classes. So we can talk about more on this, but we will stop here and move to the next discipline. So whenever the occasion comes, we will talk about Uparama. Later, in Gita itself, certain context will come. There we will discuss Uparama. Now we will move forward. The next Sampatti, the qualification, which is Titiksha. Titiksha is the next qualification. What is Titiksha? If you ask, Titiksha means Savishnutvam. Sahishnutvam is Titiksha. And what is Sahishnutvam? Sahanam. Sahanam is Sahishnutvam. Sahanam means what? Endurance. Sahanam means endurance. Therefore, Titiksha means putting up with unpleasant situations. That is Titiksha. The situations which are not conducive for my happiness. So what will I do? If it is possible for you to change it. Otherwise, you have to put up with it because it is not under your control. If it is your control, you will automatically start trying to change it. In spite of your effort, if you can't change it, then you should not complain. You have to put up with it. This is how the order is. We say putting up with unpleasant situation. We don't say we have to put up with pleasant situation. We don't have to put up with pleasant situations because that is what we want. We don't say I put up with the sight of valley of flowers in the Himalayas. We don't say that. And we don't say I don't put up with eating delicious food. Because we all love pleasant situations and we want it all the time and all the place. But we don't like anything which comes in the way of our enjoying pleasant situations. So when anything disturbs my enjoyment of pleasant situations or if anything causes pain, then I don't like it. I don't like it because it doesn't, not only it causes pain, it also obstructs my enjoyment of pleasant situations. But you cannot avoid certain things. They are not under your control. Whether you will it or not, those things will come because it is part of the creation. There are experience of heat and cold, gain and loss, sweet and bitter, mana, apamana, respect, disrespect, jaya, ajaya, victory, defeat. So all these are the pairs of opposites. In Sanskrit we call it dvandva. So if heat is there, cold will be there. If pain is there, pleasure will be there. So they are like the two sides of the same coin. If one is there, the other is unavoidable. So you cannot avoid it. Therefore, Shitoshna Sukha Dukkhadi Sagishnatvam Titiksha. Putting up with Shita Ushna, cold, heat, Sukha Dukkha, pleasure, pain, and Adi can include all the other dvandvas, the pairs of opposites. Putting up with that, it's called Titiksha. And Viveka Chudamani, it defines beautifully Titiksha. Sahanam Sarva Dukkhanam Apratikara Purvakam Chinta Vila Paragitam Sa Titiksha Nigadyate. It's a beautiful definition for Titiksha. If you see this definition, there are two things mentioned here. Apratikara Purvakam Chinta Vilapa Rahitam. Saganam Sada Dukkhana. Putting up with all sorts of dukkham, pain. How? Putting up means not with the lamentation, not with the attitude of taking revenge on the person who caused you pain. Apratikara Purvakam. Apratikara Purvakam means that Titiksha should be preceded by Apratikara. What is Apratikara? Apratikara. To know Apratikara, we should know what is Pratikara. What is Pratikaram? Pratikara means revenge. That revengeful attitude. Retorting back. That is Pratikara. There should not be Pratikara. Na Pratikaram, Apratikaram. It means dealing with the situation objectively. An intelligent and a matured way of handling the situation with total objectivity. That is a pratikara. Not with the attitude of giving back. This is apratikaram. And chinta vila paragitam. Chinta Vilapa Ragitam. Means Chinta Ragitam and Vilapa Ragitam. Ragita means devoid of or absence of. Chinta Vilapa Ragitam. Chinta is worry, anxiety, concern. That is Chinta. And Vilapa, Vilapanam is lamenting about the situation, lamenting about the pain which is due to the situation. So, Ragitam, absence of Chinta and Vilapa. That is Chinta, Vilapa, Ragitam. Therefore, Titiksha must be preceded by Apratikaram and it must be followed by the absence of Chinta and Vilapa. There should not be any revengeful attitude because you can't do anything now. You have to put up with that. That should not be. So, Apratikara Purvakam and also with worry and lamentation you should not put up with this situation. If you worry and lament, then it's better not to have Titiksha because that is more painful than the situation itself. Therefore, Chinta Vilapa Ragita. And this quality, Titiksha, is an important quality and it requires a lot of spiritual maturity for a person to have it, to enjoy it. If you have Titiksha, then you gain the capacity to put up with any difficult situations. Since you are all Vedanta students, you know very well that all pairs of opposites, the Dvandva, they come and go away. They don't stay with you forever. Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkha, Jaya, Ajaya, Labha, Alabha, all these pairs of opposites, they come and go. That is how Bhagavan has created this world. Thank God, therefore, you don't have to worry about it. If pain comes, it will go away. If pleasant experiences come, they also go away. They are Agama Payinaha. Agama Payinaha, they come and go. So when you are objective, you will not be overpowered by this Anitya Dukkham or Anitya Sukham. Both. Sukham is Anityam, even Dukkham is also Anityam. It will go away. So, once you know this, they are all Agama Payinaha, naturally you can develop Titiksha. An important thing to understand here is, if you analyze any Dukkham or Sukham you experience, you analyze who is the cause for it. You identify the cause for Sukha, Dukkha, Anubhava. If you experience Sukham, then who is the cause? You are the cause. Your Punyam has given you Sukha Anubhava. Your Punyam is the cause. Punyam is a palam and Punya Karma which gives you Punya palam. So you have done some Punya Karma and you are enjoying the fruit of it in the form of pleasant experiences. So you are the cause. Your Punyam is the cause. Similarly, if you experience Dukkham, then Papam is the cause. Your own Papa Karma is fructifying in the form of unpleasant situations that causes you Dukkham. So Papam. So your own Punya Papam is the cause for Sukha Dukkha. And nobody else is a cause. Therefore, what is the point in worrying and what is the point in being impatient with the experience Sukha Dukkha Anubhava? Since you are the cause, then you have to put up with it. Nobody else is a cause. Understand, nothing will come to you unless you have invited. If you enjoy Sukham, it means you have invested before by your Punya Karmas for enjoying the present situation. If pain comes in the form of situations or even people, then you have unknowingly created the situation for it before in the form of Papa Karma. Therefore, anything which you experience, accept it as Ishvara Prasada. Prasada means gift, a gift from Ishvara Bhagavan. Everything being in the order of Ishvara, nothing comes to you without you asking for it. Nothing comes from nothing. So every result, every situation, I must take as a result of my karma that comes from Bhagavan, which is prasada. And look upon every situation as prasada. Therefore, instead of blaming the world and the people around, understand, look at the situation objectively and have endurance. Titiksha. This topic also we can talk more on this, but there are other places in Gita itself this topic comes, so there we will discuss further elaborately. So now we will move on to the next qualification in the list of Samadhi Shatkam, which is Shraddha. Shraddha is the fifth qualification in the Shatkam. And what is Shraddha? Shraddha is a particular disposition of the mind. And therefore it is translated as trust. Shraddha means trust. And there are four types of Shraddha. There are four types of Shraddha. Ishvara Shraddha, Atma Shraddha, Shastra Shraddha, and Guru Shraddha. Ishvara Shraddha means trust in Bhagavan. Your Shraddha is with Ishvara. Atma Shraddha. Atma Shraddha is self-confidence, confidence or trust in yourself. Atma Shraddha. Shastra Shraddha. Shraddha in Shastram. Guru Shraddha. Shraddha in Guru. Guru means not the person, in the words of the person. The person as well as the words of the person. These four types of Shraddha, they are very important for our moksha pursuit, and it is in a particular order. Ishvara Shraddha first, Atma Shraddha comes next, then Shastra Shraddha, then Guru Shraddha. We will take up each one and discuss. First, let us take up Ishvara Shraddha. Trust in God. Trust in God is required because the very spiritual pursuit is not possible without having connection to Ishvara. So therefore, Ishvara Shraddha. In the beginning of spiritual life, people believe that there is something called Ishvara. Bhagavan is there. And when the person slowly gets associated with the Shastram, he develops Shraddha that Ishvara is Karma Phala Dhata. He is Karma Phala Dhata, the giver of the result. He is the giver of the result of my actions. If my action is Papa Karma, he gives a result Papam. If it is Punya Karma, he gives Punyam. There is no violation of it. So whatever I experience, it's because of my Karma Phala, and Karma Phala comes from whom? From Ishvara. So, he is Karma Phala Data. It doesn't show any partiality. Whatever you do, yet you get it. He is a distributor, giver of Karma Phala. So, Ishvara is Karma Phala Data. So when we understand that he doesn't do any injustice, Ishvara being impartial, he will not do any injustice to me. Then you will believe whatever Ishvara will do, it is only an opportunity for me to grow. Every situation which Bhagavan provides me, it's an opportunity for me to grow. So I can grow in the process of dealing with the situation, dealing with the people. It's all given by Ishvara. And that in Ishvara, that Ishvara Kripa, it keeps us going. That is Ishvara Shraddha. The second is Atma Shraddha. Atma Shraddha is I trust myself. It means I consider myself to be capable of gaining moksha. I am an adhikari. I am an adhikari to make an attempt to gain moksha. That's Shraddha. If that Shraddha is not there, then person will not take up the very pursuit. So we should have trust in ourselves that I am an adhikari, I am capable of gaining moksha, and that is the trust. That Atma Vishwasa. That Atma Vishwasa is Atma Shraddha. Without Atma Shraddha, the moksha pursuit is not possible. So that is the next Shraddha, the second Shraddha. Then comes the Shastra Shraddha. Shraddha in Shastra, in the words of the Shastra. Vedanta is a moksha Shastra. And Vedanta being moksha Shastram, I trust in what the Shastram says. But I cannot study Shastram on my own. Therefore, I go to the teacher. Therefore, the believing what the Shastram says, that is Shastra Shraddha. If you are a Vedika, if you come under the Vedika tradition, a follower of Veda, then naturally the Shraddha will come. Shraddha will be that you will develop the Shraddha from the very beginning itself. From the young age, the Shraddha is natural. So one need not develop Shraddha if you are a Vedika, if you are a follower of Veda. Otherwise, also, suppose even if you are not a Vedika, this Shraddha develops when you have contact with the people or when you pick up certain books and read, then the Shraddha develops, Shraddha in Shastra. Or listening to the discourse, then Shraddha and Shastram develops. Shraddha and Shastram develops, but I cannot study Shastram on my own. Therefore, I go to the teacher. And Shastram is not only in Sanskrit, not only the language is a problem. What it does is also, I don't understand. Therefore, to understand what the Shastram says, the very intention to understand what the Shastram says, I want to understand. That itself shows I have Shraddha in Shastram. So when that Shastram is there, then the next thing what you do is you go to the teacher to learn Shastram. Gurum eva abhigachet. Mundakopanishad. Samitpanahi Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. Even in Gita, it is Tadviddhi Pranipadena Pariprashnena Sevaya. So you go to the teacher with Samitpanahi. Samitpanahi Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam eva abhigachet. You go to the teacher to study Shastram. And why do you go to the teacher? Because there is a trust in the teacher, in the Guru. What the teacher says will not be different from what the Shastram says. And it should not be different also. What the teacher says is what the Shastram says, and what the Shastram says is what the teacher says. Therefore, Shraddha is defined as Guru Upadishta Vedanta Vakyeshu Vishwasaha. Guru Upadishta, the trust in the words of the teacher, and that is nothing but the Vedanta Vakya, the words of the Vedanta. So this Guru Shraddha. And trust in Vedanta Vakyam, that is Pramanya Buddhi. That requires Pramanya Buddhi. Pramanya Buddhi means what? Looking upon Vedanta as the means of knowledge. Pramanam, that Buddhi, that is Pramanya Buddhi. So, when Pramanya Buddhi is there, then you will have trust in the Shastram and in the Guru. This is Shraddha. Pramanya Buddhi in Shastram is very important. As I use my eyes to see the color of an object, and I know very well my eyes will not cheat on me on that. And I believe what my eyes report. Therefore, I have trust in my eyes. Eyes are the pramanam for seeing colors. Similarly, upon Vedanta as a means of knowledge. Vedanta as the only pramanam for Atma Jnana. Pramanya Buddhi. Pramanya Buddhi. Shastre Pramanya Buddhi. Shastram, it is Anand we have discussed in, well. So that is it. And the words which flow from the mouth of the teacher, which completely what the teacher says is that people tradition, parampara, none of the teachers has discovered the truth by himself. No. Everyone will attribute the entire parampara. It is some yeah, that is sampradaya. Which is well transferred to people. There's no individual contribution in the tradition. It's only sampradaya. Nara, therefore, okay. Now, how do I okay, what do I get?
No sound is coming, Guruji. Voice is not coming.
I think we have lost him.
Acha, you too.
Yeah, all of us. Nobody can.
Acha, okay. Now then say another phone no problem. Okay.
No.
No, disconnect complete.
But actually for past 5 minutes he was breaking again.
5 minutes voice is breaking.
Yeah. From the time he started talking about the Shastram.
Shastram. Yeah.
Right.
I thought some loose contact in his phone.
No. I was just putting up with it, thinking maybe it's me.
That is right, because I don't want to disturb unnecessarily in the middle.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And then it is not our fault.
Yeah. Technically, he got bad connection today, probably. The internet.
From the beginning itself, he is having chargeless and like.
Yeah, we'll see. It's almost over the time, right?
We will wait for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Because already he told charge is not there. Maybe disconnected. Hello, Guruji. ஒரே டிஸ்டர்ப் ஆகிட்டே இருக்கு. கம்ப்ளீட்டா டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸ் கிளியராகவே இல்லை. எல்லாருக்கும் சேம் ப்ராப்ளம் சொல்றான். 5 நிமிஷம் ஆச்சு. சாஸ்திரா ஆரம்பிச்சதுல இருந்து எப்படி இருக்கு?
Okay. Any problems that I told them. Okay, I do see that. 3 minutes before.
Can't understand anything because
சரியா பிரேக் ஆயிட்டே இருக்கு குருஜி.
last 5 minutes. Yeah.
இந்த சாஸ்திரா ஆரம்பிச்சே அதுல இருந்து